What's up, Nelson? Trying to cut this. Tulu, what's up, man? Boggy. You get everybody in here today. Ow. Let's try turning the scissors the right way. They're rocking one of them little V-bore heaters. Kind of like it. I mean, it's doing an okay job for where I'm at, what I'm doing, I guess. This is the same as the 68 Corvette. I mean, sorry, 68 Camaros and Novas and stuff like that. So, I got me an idea. What's it gonna take to put the 68 Corvette, 68 Camaro louvers on this car? We already got holes in the hood. And it is quite a bit smaller. Alright. Really kind of supposed to be cleaning, but you know. What did you put on it? What new part did you put on it? So I dropped the. Oh! Could it be your, did you check your bearing clearances? Because honestly, if your bearings are too tight, that'll rob horsepower big time, and real quick too. Yeah, well, It could be it too. You could be pretty tight um, because of the new parts. You know what I mean? I need to find something that acts as a straight edge. Give me a minute. So I've been wanting to make this part for a little while. So let's get her drawn out and traced out. Boy, this is just about the right size too. If I can get a template made, I can kind of see what's going on, what I want to do. You know what I mean? I'd 875 at the wheel. Yeah, I bet it's just new parts. I mean, you dynoed it. How long did it run before you dynoed it, you know? I mean, you know the game. One thing I will say about you, you definitely know what you're doing. At least it sounds like it. Kind of wish I had a paper shear. This would be a lot easier. It's still running. Alright. Well, you've already got that. You got that motor back together, or did you just go out and get another motor and rebuild the new motor? 'Cause I thought last I heard that motor was really kind of toast. You know? So, let's see. Maybe I can use this panel to get my corners here, you know what I mean? Alright. The G was done. Yeah, I had, I heard, from what I seen in the pictures, it sounded like it was pretty much toast. Hey, that seemed to work. I just need to take the width of a marker off of it. Tulu, you still on here? So you're waiting on Olivia to show up. Stop, talk to everybody on the way. Well, it takes my wife sometimes 40 minutes just to leave the dang house after I'm ready to walk out the door. Test this with. Perfect. Getting close. I don't know why Home Depot would be calling me. Alright, sorry about that. Home Depot calling me with the wrong number. Alright, so here we go. That's what we got going on here. We'll make a cardboard template, then I'll make a thinner template that I can trace out on paper. Thinner template, a little more precise. But as of right now, fitting like a glove. Alright, so I want to take that, use that as a base, step it up maybe. This right here is the same size, the same shape as the 68 Camaro molding. So my question is, how weird is it going to look on here with a bezel around the outside of it? I'd like to build the piece, find somebody that's got maybe a set that I can use for mock-up, because I don't want to spend money on parts that I may not use. You know what I mean? It'd be somewhere around that area. Alright. So that's what I want to do. I want to take the 68 Camaro, because originally what I had planned on putting on here, and now that I got something on there I can show you. I had originally wanted to put the Chevelle scoops on it. But this is what I ran into a problem with, okay? I didn't know that there were two different hoods in 66. You got an early 66 hood and you got a late 66 hood. So that's why we got giant holes in the hood, because we originally were going to put these on. So again, you got early 66 hoods, late 66 hoods. Well, we'll just call it 66 hood and early 66, because the first generation hood was only done for like 2 or 3 months. The opening is smaller. The scoops don't sit down flush with the rest of the hood. They actually sit up on top of the hood. I did not know that when we cut this hood up, got it fitted in, welded in, that's when I found out that they made 2 different style hoods. And I got the style that I didn't want. I got the early hood. So, I don't want the scoops to sit on top of it and kind of look like an afterthought. So, that being said, I got a couple different designs. I can go this route, which honestly, it looks good. It really doesn't look bad. I kind of like the look, but I just don't like how it's sitting up off the hood. So we can go that route, or we can go the 68 Camaro with the egg crate stuff. Then, I had JG make these up. Then I had these made up. I kind of like that. But I still need to trim these down. I need to put a bead around the outside of them. Need to put a bead around the outside of them so they kind of raise up a little bit, because right now with the way the dimple goes in, they hit the bottom. But also, these bolt in, so why can't I make two different styles? We can bolt these in if I want, or I can turn around and bolt in the other style. You know what I mean? Change it up. How do I feel that day? It's not going to be that hard to do it, but I really kind of like the dimple die look. You know what I mean? And it's, unfortunately, you can't really see it here. I do have another set of dies that don't, you know, go in. The other set of dies I have are like panel dies for knockout panels and stuff like that for electrical panels, where it'll actually put a ring, a raised ring around here and not dip so deep in, because what we have a problem with is the bracing under the hood. It'll hit the bracing. Bumpers and the headlights are on order. So these cars have got a 3-piece bumper. I'm not doing a 3-piece bumper. I found a 1-piece bumper. It's got all the hardware, everything all concealed, all smooth, so it'll have smoothed out 1-piece bumpers. Headlights, grill, all that stuff, that's all on its way, along with the rest of the trim. Door panels, headliner, carpet, interior trim, exterior trim, grill, taillights, all that stuff. It's all on its way in, but it's just going to take a little bit to get here. What's up, Nuke? How's the boy from Detroit doing? Hey. I don't like a 3-piece. Because I want that smoothed out. I want that custom look. I don't want the hardware to show. None of that stuff. I want smooth, sleek. You know what I mean? Goes with the rest of the car. That's why I got rid of a lot of the trim on the car. VEVOR diesel heater, guys. That thing actually works really good. It's been running for 42 minutes. This garage is 30 by 60. And it's not insulated. It started out at 40 degrees, we're up to 47. And it really doesn't smell. It's actually not bad at all. Turbo burn barrel. I'll have to go out and check it out. So, like, if I was doing a stock restoration, I'd have thrown the 3-piece on. I took the ones I got upstairs in the attic, sent them out, had them re-chrome, done. I gotta wait 3 months for the smoothie bumpers to come. I found another company, like OER is the one that has the smoothie bumper. There's another company out there that does a lot of Chevy truck bumpers, and they have it for this car called Carolina Smoothie. So we're gonna give them a check out. Man, you're getting busy in that old garage over there. Oh, hey, Snoop, check the lights out. Hey, weld's a weld. Just gotta get good with the grinder. As long as your welds hold, just gotta get good with the grinder. Anyway, yeah, dude, look at the difference in the lighting. Dude, check the difference in the lighting out. That is a huge difference in light. When I so in March when I build my new garage, my entire ceiling is going to be done with these lights, one end to the other end. They're cheap. I got like $100 in them, and not only that, I still got 20 light bulbs to hang. I didn't hang them all. I love them. But I've been in here, so kind of going through everything, monkeying with that a little bit, trying to figure out what I want to do with the hood inserts. Boggy give me some pointers. Boggy, you got any hanging in your shop? Hey, sir, it's like $120. That's why I need a new grill. That thing is all mangled up. But it's got good parking lights in it. And the parking lights are hard to find. You can buy the passenger side, you can't buy the driver's side parking light. And it doesn't help that I ran that over with my truck one day. Oops. Oh, that clay bar ain't no good no more. It's got sandblast dust in it. You know what I like about those, Boggy? Because you do a lot of work. This is what I like about them. So, and this, you will understand this, or anybody that works on cars will understand this part right here. Right now, there ain't a spot that you can't see under that hood, working under the engine. That whole entire engine is lit up. I have no lights hanging down. I can see the dark spots underneath. Everything. It's still lit up, but there's a lot of darker areas. Like if I was under the hood of that truck, if I was under the hood of that truck with them, with all the hoses and wires and everything else, I'd have a lot of dark areas that I would have trouble seeing. It lights it up. Oh, she's a purist. So what? She don't want the she don't like the RX-8 motor. She got to leave them alone. I had an '86 RX-7 when I was in high school. That car was a dog. Ah, ain't no better than an LS swap. $8,500 RPM. That is singing. It's kind of like, honestly, people don't even hear me say this, but that's why I like the VTEX, man. Them things will run, and they'll scream, and they'll RPM. Like you wouldn't believe. Oh, I didn't even know she had an RX. That's kind of cool. Hey. They got a case gasket. Oh, the Apex seals. Yeah, Apex seals. I think I read somewhere there was a company out there that made a really like a really high quality Apex seal. Um, the wear resistance on them was just something out of this world. I can't remember what they were made out of. Incident, man, I'm behind. What happened? months. Now I'm being straight up nosy. Ow! What'd you do? Most people say broke. You said snapped. That makes me you dang near tore it off. I woke up from my nap, Chris. I sure did. It was a good nap. I had somebody stop over that was been wanting to see the car, and they finally stopped over. Oh, that's right, dude. That's right. You're an X-ray tech. No, I didn't sell it. I ain't selling it. But you know what? I'm gonna tell you guys something. Oh. I'm gonna tell you guys something. Actually, you know what, Chris? I'm gonna tell you what's for sale up here, and there is a '64 Dodge Dart 426 Max Wedge, numbers matching car sitting up here. It's been torn apart. It is not that horribly rotted out, but she's in pieces. Uh, oh, I heard you broke it on the turbo. I did hear about that. Anyway, so the Max Wedge car, it's all there. It's got some internal engine damage. The motor's sitting down at a machine shop, and the guy's supposed to be one of the better machinists around the area. But they're having problems finding slugs for the pistons so they can make new pistons for it. I wish you'd have gotten that Jeep, to be honest with you, Newt. No, actually, so there is a 49, it's either 48 or 49. I gotta check the information on it. There's a 48 or a 49 two-door slope-back Cadillac. Sedanette or something like that. Um, I love the 48, 49 Cadillacs. To me, they're just some of the sexiest cars out there. That's what they built Cadzilla off of. I don't know if you remember that one, dude. That's the one that was on the cover of the ZZ Top. Which album was that? It wasn't Eliminator. It was. Can't remember the name of that album. Coddington built that car. What's a Tin Man car? Chris, you'd be interested in that Max Wedge car. That'd be a nice little piece right there. Oh, okay, yeah. I know the movie now. That they're tired of working on them. Chris is gonna buy a Ford. Hey, we've already got his daughter buying GM, so why not, man? Actually, I know of a really nice. Well, you probably don't want it because you're kind of into the not into the BMW thing anymore. I guess I don't know. I know there's a real nice Z4 sitting. Hey, we got your daughter running GM, so can't wait till she gets that thing on the road. She's kind of proud of her for attacking the whole project. You know, more girls need to know how to work on cars. My daughter's coming over tomorrow. If the part shows up in time, she's got to put an alternator on her Civic. Um, I'm gonna stand here. I'll be here to kind of coach her along a little bit, but she's gonna do it. Oh, so somebody gave her the car. Okay. Hey, she's gonna enjoy it no matter what, though. Problem with Mopars is they're so dang pricey. Like my buddy's got a 60. He's got a 67 Dart convertible sitting down there, and he's got a 73 Charger SE 318 car with the power moonroof and white mock top with lemon twist, uh, the lemon twist paint scheme on it. Reimagine 429. Okay. They could do it. It'd have to be a small block. Well, actually, hold on. They could do it off the Godzilla block. Every Mopar I've ever seen needs torque boxes. I'm not even going to talk about the floors that go out in the Impalas. Maybe open that can of worms. I did one time, and well, Chris, you've seen how much trouble I was having in the beginning. Too much power. Um, I was watching something the other day, and they were talking about Richard Petty's uh, Richard Petty's mechanic that was putting paraffin wax in the when Petty was driving the Pontiac. He was putting paraffin wax in the engine, so it wasn't no longer. So it'd measure out at 358 cube, but by the end of the race, now all the wax melted out. He was like 375 cube, or 378 or something like that. He was growing like 15 cubic inches. He's totally cheating. Then we got what Smokey Eunuch run that Chevelle for um just trying to Smokey Eunuch had that Chevelle where he had shaved off such a minute amount, but it was just enough to make the car more aerodynamic and everything else. And somehow it beat the body gauges and everything else. It's not cheating the first time. It's not cheating until you're caught and they tell you it's cheating, right? We call that bending the rules or reading in the gray zone. What did I? Somebody said something yesterday. Can't remember what it was. Somebody said something yesterday about Fords, and I couldn't. I thought it was funnier than hell. I don't know who. I can't remember who. I've heard about it, but I can't remember who did. I think it was back in the '60s or the '70s. They were dipping the cars doing that. Um, Chris, you were in your '50s back in the '60s. I mean, what were they doing back then? Sound like a Mopar trick. No, actually, they didn't have to dip the Mopars. They just rotted out before they got to the racetrack. I'm not even going to get into that one, dude. Oh. Hey. It was a good dinner. You were there, you know. You sat 3 down from me. I'm buying what is it? It was we found it in Daryl's we found it in Daryl's shop. It was a 3 service. It was a 3 roll, 3 reel service rack for like oil lubrication rack. And it's all Art Deco. Looks like it's from the late 30s, early 40s. I'm buying that off Daryl to hang in my garage. I could probably hook it up and it'd still work, but I don't want to. I just want it for decorations. You know? Speaking of rule books, how hard would it be to get a custom chassis past the burnout competition rules, Chris? Like a complete custom chassis. Because I have the opportunity to buy a really tiny little car. It's not a Metro, it's not a Nash, or one of all them little 50s, 60s, little tiny micro machines, but it's just as small. I gotta make sure this heater's still working. Pay extra. Okay, so it's a small car. I'm not gonna say what it is because because I really don't want to give things away right now until I decide what I'm going to do. But I can get it. And Chris, this is why I was asking about an 871, that if you want to kindly donate to the channel. Um, I know you want me to kindly donate about 10 grand on top of that, so. But I would love to take a big block car or big block motor, and I really don't care what kind of motor it is because it's going to be a custom chassis. So I can mount anything in it. I'd put a flathead in it, but I can never get a flathead to do proper burnout. Put a big block in it with a big old blower on top of it. Just looks stupid. It's more of a modern car, so I could fit in it. Being allowed in California is one thing. I mean, you just can't license it in California. You can't drive it in California with the tags. But if you're out of state, they can't really say nothing. Blowers are for sissies. This is the guy. Oh, I'm sorry. Superchargers. Superchargers. Okay. Is that better? Okay. Well, that's what I said. You should be able to drive it no matter what because you're out of state. Moving to Cali with that car, that's a whole different thing because you got to be pre-76, I think, in order to be able to do any kind of modifications to a car. Unless you put a newer motor in it, then you got to be up to standards of the newer engine, emission standards. Hey, there's nothing wrong with my small gas can. It's not a purse, it's a clutch. It's a cute gas can. Well, you said it yourself. You said it was cute. Come on. Team Richard, what's up? You're the one that said it was cute. You said, oh, a cute gas can. Did it come with a purse? Yes, it did. It come with a purse. Got the thinking about putting 68 Camaro egg crates in there, Chris. Instead of the 66 Chevelle scoops that I put in there. Oh, that one you got on that Charger, that is like Aussie style. That's like Aussie style hood scoop on that thing. I mean, it's like something you'd find in like Pro Stock. Top fuel. Do I gotta use that hood? do I gotta use the hood? I can make another hood look just as pretty. I know the body guy. Guy's got skills like you wouldn't believe. We got too much work in that hood. Too much work in the hood. You make me think. Maybe I should do a poll on that one. That's what I said. Let me use another hood. I will save that hood. I'll go grab another one. I'll take it down to our boy. Have him do his magic on it. Spray the glass back down on top of it. Oh, I love them lights, man. Them things are so bright. Put the glass back down on top of it, and then I'll let you cut it. There's like 30 hours in that hood. You kidding me? Oh. Them lights are probably one of the best things I've bought in a long time, man, to be honest with you. I mean, thank you. Thank you. Trying to get me to take that intake off and put a blower on it. Busted Radio Garage has been trying to get me to do that for a long time. The problem is Busted Radio, Chris, doesn't have tiny blowers. I can't call it a blower. Tiny superchargers. He's got 871s, and I'm sure he's got bigger if they make them. You know? Puts them on his burnout cars, lets them wing up to the moon. I will say one thing: you put a supercharger on a burnout motor, when it blows up, it makes some pretty fires. 1471 the Homer, exactly. I would have to pull that engine apart, drop the compression way down, stud the motor, and then I would still have to pray that I don't lift the heads off the engine when it runs. That's a lot of pressure, buddy. It's what, BDS? Yeah, it's 5.3, just a mild build. Nothing super special. The only thing is just got an exotic, tricky looking intake on it. I like the function of them because you get really crisp throttle response on them, stuff like that. Plus they look cool, so you get kind of the best of both worlds. No big monster radical can, no big super cubic inches. I want to build the car so I can drive the car. I'll do a dyno day in this car. I can tell you about what it's going to make. It might make 500 horsepower. Oh, I didn't know you had other ones in there. I thought you were strictly running BDS. Daryl, I've had an offer put on the table. 10 Team Richard. Metal Art Customs is the one that did the body work on the car and the paint job. Daryl, I've had an offer put on the table. Speaking of purses. Okay. I've been told that Chris said he'd give me a supercharger, but he hasn't specified what size yet. I could be setting myself up for like a 471. A little tiny, you know. One to go with my tiny gas can. But he gets to cut the hole in the hood, and I have to use this hood. He won't let me use a different hood. Even if I brought it to you and had you paint it, he won't let me use a different hood. I said, we got too many hours in that hood. Go for it. Thanks for the backup, buddy. I knew it was pointless to ask you. Hood and fenders. Oh, no. No. You didn't say that in the beginning. You're not cutting these fenders up. Man. You are brutal. I can't do that. Oh, hold on. I gotta check. No, you said nothing, absolutely nothing about fenders. You said, and I quote, as I read what you wrote down, I give you a blower for free if you put it in Pandora. The catch is I get to cut the hood. There's nothing about fenders in there. Nothing about fenders. I mean, I'm sure that. Yeah. That's the problem. See, it would cost me a fortune just to prep the engine for that. Actually, I would have to send the engine out and go through the entire engine just to put a blower on it, period, because must have been deleted by YouTube. It went against community standards to butcher my car. Promoting hate speech. Promoting violence. Got strikes coming all over the place. I mean, I'm sure if you did a video like that, it would pull views like you wouldn't believe. That'd be a multi-million view video. Can't answer, Kristen. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. I'm picturing it in my head. It's rolling around. Oh, man. See, if I could send a hood back down to you, Daryl, and get a nice hood painted up and looking pretty and everything else, and I got enough. No. Do you know how much the clear was on this car? I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. I don't know, or can I? Where would the holes have to go in the fender? Where would the holes have to go in the fender? Okay? Point it out. Touch the screen and say, that's where they gotta go. What's up, Lotus? Chris is trying to get me to put a blower on the car, but he's got to cut the holes for the fenders, for the exhaust, and then he's got to cut a hole in the hood, and he's got to do it. And I guarantee you, if I said I'd do it, he'd be in the car right now on his way up here. I'd see him in 5 hours. Because he wants to put the exhaust through the fenders. He didn't say it at first, but he's trying to tell me that YouTube deleted it, so he said it. I'd have to build custom headers. I'd have to build custom headers. I'd have to remove the inner fender wells. They couldn't go underneath and out. They'd have to go up, over, and go fender well style headers in order for that to work. Pain no gain. Man. Hey, Daryl. Daryl, how much would it cost me to get another set of fenders done and a hood done? Time and materials. You'll never get a price out of that guy. He'll never tell you a price because you never know the true price until you get into it and you find out what you have. I tell you what though, one, I'd keep the car the same way. I'm just playing around. I would love to put a blower on it. But by time I got the car prepped, ready for it and everything else, I'd be so deep into the engine right now. Chris, if I put a blower on the engine, for me to prep that car to get the blower on the engine, I'd have to move into your shop down there because I would be homeless. I would get kicked out of my house. Right. The most expensive part about the whole project would be the papers. Exactly. Because I tell you what, she loves the car. Oh, she would be. Whew. So you don't like it when I get the checkbook already. Come on. Hates it when I get that checkbook. But I will tell you what, if I had the extra funds and I had the time, I would almost replicate that fender and hood. And then I'd call Chris up and say, hey, why don't you come down here, let's do a little video. Let's put a blower on this. Dyno Day does sound fun. I'll be doing dyno tuning on this one, so I have my own little personal Dyno Day. See that little pile on the table? That's all my wiring. That's all my fuel lines, my fuel pump. New coils, new plug wires, everything to get that car running. So, we're getting ready to get it going. That's what all that big pile's for. That pile over there is to finish up my suspension, my steering, and everything else. But we do got to get this running. Now that I've got everything here, it reminds me I was supposed to call I was supposed to call TCI today about the computer system on the car because I have some questions. Um, but yeah, now that everything's showing up, we should be good, man. Yeah, he wants to go get his calculator. Exactly. Yeah. He's online shopping for more projects now that we're getting ready to do choppy work. Right? Hey, she's what? 4'2" 2.5? She can't see over the steering wheel. How does she drive? My wife is 4'10", and she has trouble seeing over the steering wheel. How does Olivia drive? She got booster seats. I mean, technically, if you go by state law, I think she has to have a car seat to sit in. Chris, take it easy, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. It was fun. Yeah, if you look up the state laws, I think you got to be like, she might be 2 inches taller than the requirements, minimum requirements for not having a car seat. Tiny Jap cars built for little people. Right? Anybody know what time it is? My heater don't seem to be putting out much heat no more. It's starting to get a little colder in here. The heater works, and it works good. But the problem is I need like 2 of them. So I might go ahead and order 2 more just so I can fire them up and get them going. And they're cheap enough that where I can do that. 601. She's still blowing heat. It's 50 degrees in here. You know? I might buy a couple more, guys. I just might buy a couple more heaters. Anywho's and ways. I think I'm going to get going here. Do got some stuff I got to do. I know Mama's at home making some cookies. So I got to go attack that stuff. How did she get one up on you? Which propane one? The one that screws on top of the bottle? I didn't know Harbor Freight sold propane torpedo heaters. But here's a question. How much propane does it use in a day? Yeah, send me the link, dude. 642 without a problem? Without even thinking about it? Foggy, I keep telling you, man, you guys got to start posting videos. I think you guys would do well. I really think you would. Full bottle will burn for about 8 hours on high. So it's like $20 a day to heat. That ain't bad. I get a 100-pound bottle. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Alright, sorry about that. I gotta put some of this stuff away. Hey, what's the #1 rule in building cars? Never build a car faster than your own for somebody else. A buddy of mine used to live in Lakeland, Florida. Used to run Hemi Roadrunners back in the day. Lakeland came to him and said, hey, we want you to build us a pursuit car. He said, okay, not a problem. Gonna do this, gonna cost this, let's get it done. They got the car done, came up to him, and they were wondering why. They wanted to know why his car was still faster than theirs. And he says, do you think I'm going to build you a car faster than mine? Ain't no way. Yeah, a little scratch motor will probably bring a little bit more anyway. Not only that, I got to show you guys down at the other shop, my buddy's shop, You get little turbo guys. They got a Camaro like Randy's down there. They got a Camaro like Randy's down there, and it is pushing 1,300 horsepower, 1,300 to the wheel with an LS in it, and it's got a 95 millimeter turbo, 9576 uh, millimeter turbo. I got it, Clayton. Um, that's that's a lot of horsepower. That's a big turbo. It had a 76 millimeter on it when he got it, but he said it wasn't acting right, so he ended up putting a 95 on it when he tore the engine down and redid it, and it was much better. More in tune with what it actually really needed. Yeah, I've seen that 30,000 to 60,000 BTU. Oh, hey, on. I seen your call. That's now you know why I wasn't able to answer your calls. Everyone say hi, Jessica. We are contemplating ways on spending more money, and I'm glad that Chris is no longer on here. I'm melting. I'm melting. Sound like the Wizard of Oz in this place. I know, it's been enough. Well, that's what I was telling Chris. I said if I did that, and actually I think Daryl said it, that if I did what Chris was trying to talk me into, that the most expensive part about that project would be the papers that you sent me. Boggy, take it easy. Yeah, don't crash on the dyno. Hey, now he's probably gonna do that. Yeah, Jess, the answer to that question is yes. Like I said, I'm cleaning up right now. Yes, I am live during MPD's live. That's probably why everyone's getting off and kind of heading over there. I like to support everyone, but you know, at the end of the day, I got to do what I need to do to kind of help grow my channel. All right, cool. But the way everybody does anything anymore, it's really hard to not to cross everybody's things. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I need to. But I was, I don't like to run for more than an hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at most. Hey, Vic, one of them little V-bore diesel heaters, man, they work pretty good. Shut that off, let it cool down. Hey, Jess, yeah, I seen your text. I thought I did answer you on here. Yes, I'm shutting off. I'm getting ready to leave now to head there to get that for you. So I'll get there before they close. Yes, I am cleaning up to leave. That's why I just shut the heater down. I have no problem helping eat the cookies, though. That's the thing. People forget that. I love cookies. Hey, did you save me any cookie dough? I asked last night for cookie dough. Oh, there's definitely chocolate chip cookies. I think they did sugar cookies today. Hopefully they did some of them, the little white nut balls. I really like those. Anyway, guys, I'm shutting down. I'm getting out of here. I got places I gotta be, cookies I gotta eat. They'll probably hide them all by the time I get home. Anyway, y'all, take it easy. I'm out of here, man. All right, take it easy. Bye.